Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I'm Tina. Today I'm doing a book review of Half Earth by Blair Trewarta. This is a poetry collection from Palimpsest Press. It came out May 15th, 2026. I received this book from River Street Writes in exchange for a fair review, so thank you very much. Short yet punchy poems about the complexities of living in our modern world. Half Earth is a gem. It's an absolute gem. What is it about? In his second full-length poetry collection, Half Earth, Blair Trewarta explores what it means to survive in a world beset by climate crisis and the ever-distorting realities of digitized human life. Throughout, the poet weaves dreamlike narratives and excavates scenes of deep history that connect to both family and illness, all the while questioning how to raise young children through a pandemic and the advent of artificial intelligence. Rather than sermonizing or catastrophizing, Trewarta presents moments that exist on the brink of both the past and the future, replete with prehistoric tusks frozen in forgotten tundra, a decaying family farmhouse, firestorms, the zeitgeist of algorithm, and a toddler's visualization of death. Half Earth is a long way to beacon from one of Canada's finest poets, apparently. As I mentioned when I reviewed Syncopation the other day, my favorite type of poetry is lofty takes on various topics, so this collection worked really well for me. There were several poems I really loved. There's the titular Half Earth, one called At the Cabin, Real Estate, Lasting Marks, and Better. While all the other poems have easy to understand messages or topics, these few hit me on a deeper level for various reasons. The poems are generally quite short, some only a few stanzas or lines, but the language is a blend of modern phrasing and metaphor. It reminded me of this collection from Chris Banks, though Banks's tend to be longer on average. It's called The Cloud versus Grand Unification Theory. This came out a while ago, though. 2017, so like almost 10 years ago. But when I was reading this, I was reminded of this book. Anyway, the collection is structured in three themes. There's one called Roots, which is both nature and a sort of nostalgia for the past. Stemma, kind of here and now or recent history. And then Digital Mourning, which features fears or trepidation warnings about the future or future generations. The one Real Estate is quite hard-hitting. There's a line or three lines from it I'm going to read you. What they never tell you is that no one ever wins Monopoly with a single house. So not all these poems, though, are social critiques. Some are outpourings of love, often for the author's kids, which I totally understand, having kids myself. It's hard to be a parent at any time, but today it's not just fears of like abductors and illness and stuff, but online harms and like economic and climate devastation. You sometimes wonder what you've brought your kids into, like what are they going to grow up, like what world are they going to grow up in? Though I guess every generation felt that on some level. Like I can't imagine being a parent with a teen during World War I, for example, you know? So the way the poems are, they're very typical, kind of what you would expect from poetry. There's a lot of enjambment, which is when, you know, sentences cut halfway through and that changes the meaning. There's, you know, typical stuff that you would expect. There's nothing overly, like formatting wise, there's nothing overly experimental about it. And I kind of like that because while I do like experimental forms, sometimes it's nice to just like read a poem. Just a poem is a typical poem. Anyway, this is a lovely collection that you can read in one sitting or pick up here and there. I really enjoyed it. A lot of the themes were so relatable and it's just got a beautiful language and a beautiful kind of structure. They're just so nice. Anyway, so thank you so much to River Street Writes for the review copy. As you can tell, I really enjoyed it. Also, Monopoly sucks. The game destroys friendships. I refuse to play it. It's not fun. I'd rather play Risk.